going to be reviewing this Furnulem 3-drawer dresser with shelf that was recently sent to me by the brand. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, show you everything you get inside, and then of course assemble it to show you what it looks like at the end. So this is everything that's going to be inside. So you've got the, some parts are going to be wrapped in plastic, the majority are, then you're going to have a couple of shelves that will not be. But then this is what it should look like when it is assembled. So I'm actually going to time myself putting it together as well to see how long it actually takes for one person to assemble it. So let me get to the assembly. So the instructions are less than stellar, and here's what I ran into. After I'm about 25 minutes or so into the assembly on this process, and I've just gotten to the drawers. So these drawers are gonna be like a fabric drawer with just a front on them that looks like that wood. And so I'm going to put them in, and I realize I've got an issue. I've got blockers here on the back. So what happened is I've got this top part correct, but I've got it turned around backwards. So these are gonna screw in there, these are gonna screw in there. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna have to take this off. So make sure you got the angled side, so this is gonna be your angled side here. Make sure you have that facing the open end of these drawers. So I'm gonna have to take off this top and turn it around. So assembly is done. It took me a total of 35 minutes. That included swapping this top part around. It was relatively easy to do, so I just had to take out these top screws on the four sides and then essentially flip it. Now, one thing to note, these are going to be fabric. Even this front here kind of feels like it's like a fabric, almost like a printed part. You can kind of see that with what it's going to look like here. So it kind of feels like fabric-y, or maybe it's like a veneer on top of a fabric. And then all of this is going to be inside of a fabric thing as well. So these are quite literally just going to be like fold down. So it's just going to have this little bottom that you put in to hold it flat. So these are not going to be like the sturdiest shells in the world. They do easily slide in and out once you get them right in there. So they're going to slide in and out. And then these are going to be like little plastic handles that are going to be on there that you're going to put on with the little screws there and there. Now, a couple of issues that I foresee, of course, being fabric, these aren't going to last the longest. I also foresee these being pulled out if they're being used like in a kid's room. I would probably recommend, if you're doing this in a kid's room, getting some like little washers to put here to keep, because there should be washers here to keep it from like pulling out through the fabric. So that's something that I foresee happening. I do like the fact that they use really long screws for these wooden shelves. So to connect those, they use extremely long screws directly into the wood. So I did like that. I also do like the fact that it's going to be an all metal frame. So this is metal. The connector that goes inside of here is going to be metal. And then this is going to be an all metal here on the bottom. These are, welded or whatever together on these sides here. So that's going to be nice. I mean, the only downside for me is really just going to be those fabric drawers, just because over time, I feel like they're going to really start to show their age much quicker than, say, a traditional wooden drawer. One last thing I do want to do is give you the measurements of the drawers and that sort of thing. So let me grab a tape measure real fast. So drawer measurement's going to be about 15 inches or so wide, and then the depth front to back is going to be right at 11 inches. Now these are not drawers, these are more like shelves. That's going to again be right at 11 inches, and then it's going to be right at the 15 inches as well. And then you have this little shelf that's going to be right here on top that you can use so this would work as like a nightstand, would work as a little dresser, maybe for kids, something like that. Total height on this, let me give that to you as well here, going from the floor up. So total height on this is going to be right at 28.5 inches. So not incredibly tall for sure, but this will work good for, like I said, a nightstand or just a small dresser for kids.